doing? What you doing? Oh. Hey, kia ora, Helen Brahms here coming live from Mesa in Arizona. And I've got Zeffy here, who's in high play mode, as you can probably see or not. Hang on. Just trying to... Did she goes? Did she goes? Now everybody can see you. Yeah, they can. And you're going to push all my paperwork off the table, aren't you? Oh, crazy dog. Okay, go do your thing. Go on. Go get your ball. Where's your ball? No? No, she's going to behave herself now. Um, where are we? Yeah, she's totally throwing me off. So I hope you're all having a super fantastic sparkling start to your winning Wednesday. It is going to be a super fantastic sparkling day. I know it. I feel it. It is definitely going to go that way. I am waiting because my stuff I got photocopied, the stuff I got printed yesterday is on its way. So hopefully by this afternoon I will be able to start actually going through the manual. And I just got the 3-hole punch because I have a binder that I can utilize for the course. And so I'm looking forward to getting that today, getting stuck into the genealogy training. I've got my accountability call this week today. It's always on a Wednesday. So it is going to be an incredible day. But my big win for the week is I attended, let's see, my wins for the week. I attended Networking Riches over the weekend. Lots of great information. Got some lot more good ideas, and I love Networking Riches, especially the breakthrough zone, and that's our mastermind area or the hot seat, and that was just incredible this weekend. We actually had 2 sessions of that, one on Saturday and one on Sunday, both incredible times, and learning more about people's businesses and coming up with ideas and all of that sort of thing. So yeah, it is just incredible. I'm going to be setting up some connects over the next couple of weeks to be able to sit down and talk with people from that event, which is going to be amazing, just getting to know people one-to-one. Because we did the breakout rooms and we had like 5 minutes to get to know the 3 to 4 people that were in the room with us. Not a lot of time, but then we had, just a very quick question to get in there, answer it, and get out. But to go back and be able to connect with some of those people too is going to be amazing and get to know more about what it is that they actually do. And that's what I'm really looking forward to. Another one of mine this week was finding the genealogy class that I've got to become a certified, to get a certificate in genealogy is what the class is for. And super excited to get that, and not only that, but find it at like 90% off. I mean, what the heck? It came to me at the right time for the right price, and I was like, I have to do this. So it is just amazing. And she bought me something. So this is Zeffy's new Kong. As you can see, it's got the grooves around the side where we can stick some of the paste in there. It's got a hole in here where you can show you your face. It's got a hole in here that you can put treats in. You can put more of the paste stuff in through the little hole back here. And she loves it. And the cool part is that it doesn't roll too far away from her, and it bounces on different angles because it bounces on different angles. It doesn't bounce like a ball. So come over here. Come over here a little bit so you can get on camera for it. Is this yours? Is this yours? Yeah. Come on, put your feet there. Yes, you can put your feet on the table right there. What's this? Hey. Is this what you want? Yeah? You ready? You ready? Look at those teeth of hers. Right, there you go. And she's off. It bounces all over the place. I keep trying to get it to go bounce into her crate because it's funny when it bounces into her crate because she stands there and she's like looking all around like, where did it go? She's such a delight. We've already been out for a nice morning walk. We went for a longer walk this morning than usual. So that was a great way to start the day and everything else. So that was another win for today, getting a longer walk in today. She's about to put it down in the stairwell again. There it goes. What can I say? But anyway, so today's all about celebrating your victories. This past week, no matter how big or small they are, we celebrate every victory. It's something that we learned during Brad's, we'd already knew that you celebrate victories along the way, but even the small things. when we were with Brad's cancer, just the small victories, completing a chemo treatment was a victory for us, getting through a chemo treatment, or maybe the number of days afterwards where he had what we call the uptime, because then he would have the post chemo crash. So how long between when we had the treatment to when we had the post chemo crash was always a game. And if it was sort of like, hey, we got like 5 days before we got a crash, which meant that he had 9 days to recover before the next one. Um, and sometimes his crash would last, 24 hours or 48 hours, and those were all wins for us.
It's 10 hours.
It didn't matter what the victory was. It could be that his numbers went down. His numbers were on the down, had started going down, so that was a victory. Um, you know, Dealing with a medical challenge and getting that resolved so he could get back on treatment, that was a victory. Everything that we did, him being able to move around or sleep on a bed or whatever it was, we celebrated those victories. It was just amazing. Like when he was in hospital for the 87 days, he was basically bedridden the entire time. And it was because he had so much pain when they admitted him in. They had the physical therapist came and worked with him and trying to get him out of the bed and that. And there was one day which, when was it? Probably about 2 or 3 weeks after he was admitted, where we actually got him in a wheelchair, and we took off. We got out of the hospital room. We went down in the elevator. I walked him all the way over to the new hospital wing so he could see that, because it had opened recently and he hadn't had a chance to see it. We even went outside it was a hot stinking day, but we even went outside because, it'd been the middle of summer and all of that. But we still went outside just so he could get some fresh air. That was a massive victory that day. Unfortunately, that was the last time he was ever outside where he wasn't on a gurney being transferred from the hospital over to the radiation wing to get the radiation that he needed. So, or even those rides at times were victories because it got him out of the hospital. And yes, it wasn't for very long because it was whatever it took for them to get him from the actual building into the back of the ambulance, across to the other side of the hospital, to a different building. And yes, we had to use ambulances between buildings, and then out from the ambulance into the building to get the treatment done, then back outside. So he wasn't outside for very long, but the fact that he got outside and got a little bit of fresh air. But the one day that we had him in the wheelchair and we were outside, we actually spent like 15, 20 minutes outside before he said, it's just too hot. It's just too hot. We've got to go back in. But we had a good walk around the hospital and all of that, and finally took him back to his room. We were gone for probably an hour and a half before he was just like, I need to rest. And but that day was a victory for us because we got alone time together. We didn't have nurses and doctors interrupting us. We actually got that hour and a half together, just the two of us with nobody interrupting us. So it was nice to get that and not being hooked up to machines and being able to get outside just for that 15, 20 minutes. That was a victory for us. So whatever your victory is, no matter how big or small, doesn't quite make it in this thing. It needs to be celebrated. So let us know in the comments below what your wins are for the week so we can celebrate with you. What was that project that you finally got done, or you finished a step in your project? Celebrate those little victories. It's like when we do the Finish It Fridays, and the thing is, let's gamify it by taking a picture of something that you want to do as a reward, cutting it up into the number of pieces of projects that you have to finish for the week, and putting that puzzle together again. That too is a victory to get that puzzle completed. Celebrate. When you get a piece in the puzzle, celebrate it. Where did the pieces go? How many pieces of the puzzle? You may not have got them all done. That's okay. You got 4 out of 5. That's awesome. Celebrate that. Would you have got 4 out of 5 if you didn't have the game in place? Now the game is next week to get the whole puzzle completed. So it's just taking those wins. And yes, we may not have got the whole thing done, but hey, I got 4 projects off my plate, and that itself is a win. I didn't get all 5 off, but I got 4 off, and that in itself is a win. And so then the next week, the goal is to get all the projects off the table. So it's just changing things up and keeping them moving, and because when you win, you get that really cool feeling, and you don't want to let it go. So what can you do to keep one win after another after another? like Friday, I got to deliver a family tree to a client. That was huge because there was so many surprises in there that she didn't know about. To be able to reveal how she was connected to at least three historic figure or two historic figures and one historic place event that took place, and um, and the fact that and and the fact that she, you know, is eligible for something like the Daughters of the American Revolution, stuff that she didn't even know. And it was such a win for me to be able to provide that information for her and give her information about her family that she didn't know. Um, that's part of the joy I have with genealogy is finding that stuff, or finding that fascinating history within somebody's family and being able to tell them, hey, did you know this or did you know that? And so that to me was a win. And then of course I'm on that high from Friday going into networking riches. Whoo, that high just kept going. It hasn't stopped yet. My inaction list is definitely in action. I am getting stuff done on it. I am crossing stuff off on it. So each one of those, every time I cross something off that action list, that is a win. That is a victory. So, what are some of your victories this week? Let us know in the comments below, and so we can celebrate with you and have a. And that's it from us for today. So have a super fantastic sparkling day. I'm going to go off and have some breakfast because I haven't had breakfast yet. It's 10 o'clock in the morning and I haven't had breakfast. Um, yeah, so go have a super fantastic sparkling day, and we will catch you guys later today. And yeah, so breakfast. There'll be playtime with Zeffie in there as well. Genealogy training, accountability call, and get some items off my action list. So go have a super fantastic sparkling day, and we'll catch you later this evening. Hey, konara.